starts sounding odd. How's that sound?
Sure.
All right, cool. All right, sweet. Hit it up, chicken mutt.
What? Oh, we're starting?
Yeah.
Let's do this. Hold on. It's not ready. Am I the a-hole for not telling my boyfriend I won money 15 years ago? This is OKOP, home of the craziest true stories on earth. I'm Sophia, and Riley, are you keeping that a secret to your girlfriend?
If I'm planning on doing something nice for him, yeah.
Oh.
But if not,
yeah, for 15 years.
Yeah, like
15 years earlier, you created a really in-depth plan.
Yeah, and if they bring it up, I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, I was gonna do something nice for you."
So it was coming. Well, let's hear from Sweet Cherry Pies, who says, I don't know what I did wrong or if what I did is wrong, and I need some advice. I didn't want to post this on my real account because I'd like to be as anonymous as possible. My boyfriend, 35 male, and I, 35 female, were discussing finances as we wanted to be on the same page. My boyfriend moved in with me unexpectedly 3 months ago as his landlord decided to move into the property with his family. We were discussing finances and the topic of how I own my place came up. I explained I won some money. Not a lot, but enough to be able to put myself through nursing school, purchase my home, and have some savings back in 2009. And bought my place.
What was she doing?
What do you mean?
She's like... Oh, never mind. Go. Sorry.
No, she won the money.
I see. I was like, what job did she
How
have?
did she get $15,000? I explained I won some. We did that one back in 2009 and bought my place outright, and then rented it out until I moved back into it in late 2018. Obviously, I had some luck on my side, as this was right in the middle of the recession. So I got my place for real cheap. He says I deceived him by giving him the impression that I was financially well off, and that I led him to believe I was more business savvy than I was. What?
You know what it is?
What?
He got the ick.
Yeah, he was like, well, but he doesn't even know if she's not business savvy.
Well, like, he assumed that she was super business savvy, and now he's like, oh my gosh, maybe she's not as business savvy. Ick.
But it seems like she is really good at handling her money, because she got all this money and then she used it really well. Because, like, you know, a lot of people just like get a bunch of money and then they spend it on frivolous things. But she was like, no, let's pay off all these things and get a house. Like that's she did it well. I don't know how I did that, because I literally work as a nurse and make decent money, fully own my home, fully own my car, have decent retirement plans and decent savings. I'm fairly certain that I am financially better off than most people I know. He says that he can't trust me anymore and that he was stupid to have listened to my financial advice. But the thing is, I never gave him any financial advice except for telling him not to buy a car that was, in my opinion, unreliable and much too expensive. Did I deceive him by not telling him how I got myself financially stable? FYI, we have been dating for almost a year and a half. No.
Happened so long ago.
It happened so long ago. And also, how is it like you used, the fact that OP used the money well.
Yeah.
Like, was very smart about it, and he's angry about that. That's weird.
It's not even that much money to be upset about.
Like $15,000 is a lot of money, but in the
grand scheme
of
10, 15 years? Come on.
No, come on.
Dude.
That's crazy to be upset about.
He's just mad that she didn't buy him a car.
Yeah. Also, this is years ago. They've only known each other or they've only been dating for a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
This is way before she even met him. I don't even know if that would have been relevant information to bring up.
Yeah, honestly.
Because it happened so long ago. Yeah.
I need more intel from his side.
Yeah. There is an edit. I just had another very weird conversation with him, and I honestly can't wrap my head around it. Yeah, so he's definitely a gold digger. Yeah, that makes sense. Because he's like, oh, I want to be with her because she has all this money. And then he finds out that she doesn't have as much money as he thought.
Interesting.
But also, he must have known that, like, she was a nurse. So, I mean, he
Nurses
must
make
have
money though.
Yeah, but he must have known how much money she was making, or relatively, you know, like roughly. So I don't know why he's upset. He asked me how much I have in savings and seemed impressed with how much, and then said maybe he reacted too aggressively. Then told me that he still wants the car I advised him not to get. He hinted at me getting it for him as a birthday present since it's his birthday in early March.
Called it.
I'm definitely dumping him. Going to wait till my two sisters and my two brothers-in-law come in. Is it brother-in-laws?
Yeah,
Brother-in-laws.
like sisters, husbands.
No, I know. Is it brothers-in-law or brother-in-laws?
Ooh.
Okay.
Which one is it? Brothers-in-law or brother-in-laws?
Okay,
Like brother-in-laws.
Yeah, that sounds better. Going to wait till my two sisters and my two brother-in-laws, can come over before I break up with him in case he reacts crazy. Yeah, no, he's definitely a gold. That's so weird. She literally was like, "That's too expensive of a car. Don't get it." And he was like, "Well, you can get it.
You can get it for me instead."
That's weird.
That's nice.
That's strange.
Would you buy your significant other a car?
After a year and a half? No.
What if he's the one?
After a year and a half, I'm not buying anyone a car. Also, I don't know how long it would take me to be like to justify buying a car.
But let's say like
someone. You're
a nurse that has a nice job and like you can get them not like a brand new car, but like a used car.
Okay, well it depends on the cost of the car, but it seems like
$3,500.
Yeah, I could justify that.
Okay.
3,500's like that's justifiable.
$5,000
for like a longer. How long has this relationship been going on for?
1.5 years.
No.
3,500.
Yeah, that's my max.
And you got it.
Yeah, well, that's still a lot. That is still a lot, I think.
You're giving them transportation. Like they're all the time like, "Babe, take me to Chuck E. Cheese. Babe, take me to the flea market."
Nah, I would be like, you need to get your... No, you know what? No, I take it back. I don't think I would. After a year and a half relationship, I don't know if I would get them a car.
Good to know.
Yeah. That just seems like I don't know.
She doesn't like gold diggers, guys.
I think there are grounds for getting a car in a relationship, but like I feel like it needs to be later. Anyway, there is another edit. OP says he's jealous and also resentful. He's ranting about how he would have tripled the money if he had won it.
Doing what?
How?
Doing what? She has a property, my guy.
Yeah, she literally did everything right, and he's like, "Well, I could have gotten $50 million with that. I would have invested in it in stocks."
No, you couldn't have. Dude, she got herself through nursing school
also,
too.
Yeah. Also, if you're so good with money, then why don't you buy your own car?
Yo.
That's.
Ooh.
Yeah. There's another edit. There's a lot of edits actually. Edit 3. He's saying that my money is wasted on me because I don't make it make money. Apparently, I should have been investing investing my savings in high yielding stocks and other shit. That's what I said. I knew he was gonna say that. God. FYI, I do get financial advice from a financial advisor I trust, but I am a risk adverse person, so I would never invest it in the manner this idiot is telling me to. Sure, the chance to get a lot of money is there, but so is the chance to lose. Yeah, I don't fully understand how stocks work.
Can you be a gold digger and a financial bro? I don't think you can.
I think he has to be making that money himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he just really wants his OP to like make all the money. He's like, you should be doing this and this and this, but also I'm not gonna do any of that. Edit 4. He's now on a crazy rant because I suggested we take a break from this argument because I don't want to ruin my few days off. My God, I can't believe how he's behaving. He thinks he's so clever, but I'm thoroughly disgusted. Oh, it's absolutely over between us.
Yikes.
Yes. And finally, last edit. Okay, so I understand him better now. Okay.
Okay.
Walking it back.
What happened?
So my house / the property it's on is what led him to believe I was much richer than I am. Oh, X. He assumed I was loaded. So me telling him I actually got lucky pissed him off. Then when he found out how much in savings and assets I have, he perked up and had a change of mind. He's now telling me that with just a quarter of my money, he can show me how to invest on the stock market and make real money. Oh, he is genuinely deluded.
He almost had her back. He was
Yeah.
so close.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I can bring this back."
Yikes.
And she said, "How much did she mention how much she got?" Or no, she didn't. She didn't say how much she won, right?
No, explain how I won some money. Not a lot, but enough to be able to put myself through nursing school, purchase my home, and some savings. Wait a minute. Let's do some math.
Because I was thinking about it because nursing school is probably at least a couple like 100,000 or maybe 100,000.
Okay,
But
pick a
because-
state. Pick a state.
Let's do. Well, California maybe is.
Let's not do California.
Let's not do California because that would be the most expensive. I don't know. Let's do. I can't think of any.
North Dakota.
North Dakota. Okay. I was gonna say Montana.
Close. We were in the same region.
Yeah.
How much was a house in North Dakota in 2008? All right. A house cost, this is whatever.
Almost 200 grand.
200K.
200 grand. Yeah.
Right. So
200K.
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 How much is
Nursing school.
nursing school? In 2008. In Florida. Come on. God, just give me a
maybe just pick
number.
just pick a school or something.
Chat.
How much was nursing school? What's a good nursing school? I don't know any good Let's see.
Let's say she was smart and did like
Yeah,
in-state.
Yeah.
So per year was $5,000. How many years do you need to go to nursing school?
$5,000? Where was that? That's so cheap.
This is what 2008 was.
That's insane.
I could be very wrong. Oh my gosh. A year, 2 to 3 years. How many years do you want her to go?
Well, I think nursing school.
Let's just say 4.
Yeah.
So the house she purchased was $200K. Every year is $5,000. So she went for 4. So that's $20K.
Yeah.
Let's say $25K because it was like so
Yeah.
$25K. So she probably won like $225K max
Mm-hmm.
in 2008.
Yeah.
But she got a good deal on the house, so who knows what really
Yeah.
she got. So I mean that is a
That's a sizable amount.
sizable amount. Yeah. Go
Yeah.
her.
Yeah. No, that's pretty good.
The-
But also, I think going back to like the boyfriend trying to like win her back, I don't think it would have been a problem for him to have been like, "Hey, let's invest your money." Like,
Yeah.
because I think that is a good thing. I think investing your money is smart. I don't understand how to do it, but I think it is smart.
She already has that.
What do you mean?
She has a financial advisor she talks to.
That's true.
But
So,
this guy's like, "Oh, Dogecoin."
well, yeah, no. Like, I was
Bitcoin.
gonna say, I think it is. I don't think it's not like inherently a bad thing, but I think the way that he went about it was
Yeah.
like very much like, I just want your money. So, and also very kind of like, just the way he's like explaining it, like she doesn't know anything. And yeah,
Unsmarter.
and like she's obviously, you know, OP obviously knows how to handle money
Yeah.
and has done so in the past. So yeah,
I just want to know how you won it. That's
Yeah.
what I want to know.
probably lottery,
Mm.
maybe.
Lottery.
Where
I don't
else
know.
do you win money?
I don't know, but you
I don't
know
know.
what else we can win at right now?
This next story.
Let's go.
Woo! Also, I feel like editors can probably cut down that.
Yeah, editors
Us
do
looking-
your thing.
Yeah, I was looking up the prices.
Make it nice.
All right, let's go on to the next story. Is there anyone here in the stream?
No.
Okay, good.
No. Also, this is an okay story. Or okay.
Ooh, okay.
You don't
What-
have to do the this is okay.
Okay,
But you do it
gotcha.
on the next story.
Would my mom be the asshole for leaving my dad after we found out he's only with her to try and take her elderly parents' inheritance? And this
Yikes.
is an okay story time. No, okay, what is it called?
From our okay.
And this is what?
from our subreddit.
And this is from our OK subreddit. So this is one of the
Whoa.
OKOP gang fams.
That's crazy. Hate that this happened to you.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's an a-hole for sure.
absolutely. Like,
Taking advantage of old people? Come on.
I just don't understand. Like, we've read a couple of these stories where people stay with, or like, will stay with a partner for someone's money, someone in
Yeah.
that family's money. I'm like, that's just too long con. I can't do that.
That is too long con.
But let's find out about this long.
Sophia's here for a good time, not a long time.
I'm here for a good time, not a long con.
Not a long con.
Long con. But let's find out what Lonely Book Nerd 00 has to say about this.
All right.
So this might be long, and I did call it. So this might be long, and I did call into the OKOP phone line with the summary. Ooh, wait.
Ooh.
Do we have that?
Somewhere.
Okay, well, maybe we can call them.
We'll call it, yeah.
But lots has happened since then, so I'll put the full story here because why not? So my parents have been married for 17 years, and my mom told me about how the second they got married, he started treating her horribly.
Dang.
That's awful. He would yell at her for anything and everything. He controlled everything from how she worked, whether it was full-time as a nurse or part-time, their finances, etc. My mom was raised heavily in an ultra-conservative, almost cult-like version of Christianity where divorce is not okay. So instead of leaving him, she thought maybe having kids would change things. It did not change anything.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's not good. In fact, he was worse to me as I grew than he was to my mother. Growing up, I had to mediate their screaming matches and take my dad's constant insults and yelling and gaslighting and lying. I'm so sorry. This is horrible. It's just an awful father. Then, of course, they had my 2 younger brothers, which I also had to take care of. They have pretty good jobs and never had a They have pretty I'll take a breath there. They have pretty good jobs and never had a problem financially supporting us, but neither could emotionally or mentally raise us, so that job fell to me. As I got older, I slowly started realizing the way I was raised was not normal, but when I would ask my cousins and aunt about it, since I'm pretty close with them, they would say what I was saying couldn't be true. I was probably just being dramatic and stuff because my dad was so nice to them. And he always helped them when they needed him. Oh, I hate that. Yeah.
Two-Face.
So he's gaslighting. Yeah. Yeah. Like, it's very much, acting horrible behind closed doors and then putting on this facade. Manipulative.
Very manipulative. But
Very
good for you
manipulative.
for, like, taking care of your siblings.
Yes.
That's awesome.
really, that's hard. And I'm sorry you had to deal with that. But
Yeah.
that.
Sophia has to do it with Sam all the time.
Not to that extent.
Okay,
at all.
story time. Okay, story time.
Yeah, actually, we're going to roast Sam on here. My mom was always terrified to back up what I was saying because then my dad would yell and scream and throw things around. At 15, I snuck out and went to Pride because I'm a bisexual trans man. And I told them I was out with a friend and we went to Pride, so I don't know if that even counts as sneaking out. I just didn't specify where I was going. But yeah, they found out, and because of the reaction, Child and Family Services were called. And that's when my extended family started believing what I was saying about my dad. But they also started to distance themselves from me because they're homophobic and transphobic Christians, and I'm an LGBTQIA plus atheist.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah,
Those don't
that's
really-
I'm very worried because just the fact that, like, we don't obviously know the details, but just the fact that the child services were called on this,
Yeah.
like, that it must not have gone
Went
well. And
very well.
yeah.
Yeah. Disappointed in the parents.
I'm
on how they
disappointed in the
handled
parents,
it.
and I'm also disappointed in the rest of the family for not believing. Also, I think it's weird when people don't believe children about these things, because obviously children lie, but like when like someone comes up and is like my family is treating me horribly, they're doing this and this, like you gotta look into it.
Yeah, you gotta listen to them.
Yeah, because like.
Because like sometimes kids
they
don't
can't
even know how to like word it.
Exactly. They don't know how to protect themselves,
No.
especially when you're like, I think OP is older in this scenario, but like, especially when you're a younger child, you don't know how to protect yourself. And especially if it's an adult, mistreating you. There aren't many ways that you can like speak up about it. So the people around you need to listen when you do.
Yikes.
CFS decided that homophobic parents raised. Oh, I was like, what? Ming? CFS decided that homophobic parents raising a queer child was fine, even if they lost their temper once. So at 16, I bought a car since I had been working since I was 14 and moved out of their house without warning them. I had to move back in with them for a brief month because I needed to find a new roommate. My mom begged me to stay, saying my dad was horrible and she couldn't handle living with him without my help and protection from his wrath. I told him that if she left and divorced him, I would absolutely help and support her, but I can't live with him any longer. So I moved out again after that. That was probably the longest bit of background info, but now here's the issue at hand. My grandparents on my mom's side aren't in the best of health and decided to figure out their will.
Uh-oh.
Before we go on, that is a like,
Yeah, that's really tough.
yeah, we already know this father is horrible, and just the fact that like parents are more okay with their 16-year-old child like moving out than them being queer is bonkers.
It's crazy.
Yeah. But let's find out what's going on with the will, because we need that background to know that the father is horrible.
Not a good guy.
Not a good guy.
What's at hand here?
All right. So the grandparents have quite a bit of money and close to $1 million cabin.
Ooh, what?
Wow.
Where's this cabin?
Yeah.
I need to know where this cabin is.
Yeah.
If it's in Tennessee, there's this place called Pigeon Forge Gatlinburg.
Yeah.
A ton of people go there to tour.
Uh-huh.
A ton of tours. And those cabins, oh my gosh, beautiful.
Really, yeah.
I wonder if it's one of those.
Yeah, no, cabins can be expensive depending on where you get them. When they built it, they bought the materials, and my dad coordinated everything and directed my family members into building it. So my dad has decided that he should get at least half of what the cabin is worth. The rest of my family didn't like that, so he screamed at my elderly and sick grandfather about how he should get what he's owed. And my uncle as well got yelled at as well. Then he admitted to my other uncle, my mom's brother, that he's only staying with my mom until he can get what he's owed from our family and my grandparents' inheritance to my mom. My entire family is pissed, and my family has a good bit of money.
Yikes.
My mom was concerned about being able to afford a lawyer, and so my extended family is pooling money to buy the best lawyer money could buy.
Ooh.
My mom was... We have read this before. We called them, actually.
Shit.
Yeah. Well, we didn't read it, but we called them. I'm just realizing. I was like, this sounds familiar.
Damn.
Should we? I'll just finish it up and then. Because we.
Yeah.
We did talk to them though.
Okay. Fuck.
My mom was more inclined to follow through with this divorce, especially since this was the same family that told her divorce wasn't okay, but my mom is wondering if maybe he can change his ways, so she thinks she should wait until he divorces her. So after all this backstory, would my mom be the a-hole for leaving my dad? Absolutely not. She should definitely leave your dad.
Yeah, and with all the stigmatisms with
Yeah.
divorcing everything, she should have left
Yes.
way earlier.
Yeah, no, he's a horrible person, and he should, you
Get
should
out of there.
absolutely not be there.
Yikes, tough situation.
Yes.
You want to know what else has been a tough situation around the house here?
What's the tough situation?
Sam and Sophia, do you mind if I share this?
Sure. I think I've already talked about it.
You have? Okay.
Yeah.
So Sam and Sophia have this little deal where Sam buys groceries and Sophia makes the food.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, Sam got lunch that Sophia made.
Yeah.
But what did you make him exactly?
Well, so I come home after it was like I had a class, and so I came home at like 2:30 or something.
Yeah.
And he comes in and I'm walking to go do work, and he's like, "Oh, can you make me lunch?" And I'm like, "We don't have anything. Like I thought you already made lunch." And so he's like, "No, I haven't made any lunch." And so I go in, and we only have stuff to make sandwiches. So I made him like a sandwich with like toasted cheese and some like fake deli meat because I don't eat meat. And then he threw a hissy fit.
He did.
And went and told Riley. He's like, "Look at this thing that she made me. What's this deal?" Which is crazy because I told him before that we didn't have a lot of ingredients, and I make him great dinners every night.
Yeah, and I mean like the fact that you get dinners,
Yeah,
give him dinners, and then like expect lunch. I'm like, yo, like
literally.
this
I was
sounds like
you
a
can-
conversation.
Yeah, no, I'm like just like I'll make you dinner, but I think lunch and breakfast need to. I can't do both.
So he's going to get some hate here. But
Yeah.
from you commenters and our viewers,
Mm.
Sam's buying the groceries.
Yeah.
Sophia's making the food.
Mhm.
What does that relationship look like? Or what
Yeah.
should it look like?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. What's fair?
What is fair?
How do we fix this?
How do we fix this? But I think
Yeah.
Sam is being a little ungrateful and should say thank you. And if he doesn't like it, then
Just make him
go somewhere else and get it. And I
Yeah.
understand the thing, but I think
Yeah.
you should be grateful for what you get.
Mm,
And be
he
happy
did
your
apologize,
sister's
yeah.
near you.
Yeah. He did apologize after,
He did.
so that's good.
We're good now.
Yeah, we're good now. Everything's chill. But you know what's not chill?
What's that?
This next story.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Yeah, I'll talk to him about that.
Yeah, that one's we did read that. Is this the third story that we're on now?
We're on the third story,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Okie dokie. All right. Am I the a-hole for yelling at my sister after she called my partner a gold digger? This is OKOP, home to the craziest true stories on earth. I'm Sophia and Riley. Would you yell at your brother if he called your partner a gold digger?
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be like, look, I know I got money. I know she is. Don't call it what it is. We're going to act like this isn't real.
Yeah, don't point it out.
Don't point it out. Let me live
Yeah.
in my world of fake. Let me live,
Yeah.
brother. I would be mad.
Yeah, but also I think it depends on, is this sister saying, I probably wouldn't ever say this, but is this sister saying it in front of the partner or just to OP? That's my questions.
That's the real question.
And Kim's sister Gold Digger has answers. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
This was very direct.
So, I, 30 male, come from a well-off family. But my dad always taught me to work hard and have class. When I was 14, I started working at my dad's company part-time to earn my allowance. And when I turned 16, I became a real part-time employee.
Whoa.
Nice.
I have a story about this.
Cool. Sawmill.
Yes.
My dad decided to retire when I was 29 and handed the business to me.
Whoa.
That's impressive.
Wait, whoa. When he was 29? Or when the dad was 29?
No, when he was 29.
Okay, the dad's 29?
Yeah, this is nepotism. No, it seems like you're a hard worker.
Heck yeah.
We don't know. Back in my second year of uni, I met Kim, 20 male at the time, 29 male now. Oh, when OP was 20 male?
Interesting.
Yeah, I think when OP was 20 male at the time and is now 29 male.
So this is
I believe Kim, we don't know. Kim might be 20 male. I'm not sure the way it's worded.
male. So is this a same-sex couple or a heterosexual couple?
I'm not sure, just because the wording makes it sound like it could either be
Could've been a
OP is
typo.
yeah, but I'm not sure. They might be same-sex couple. We were in the same course and ended up in the same group for a group project. Near the beginning, actually, I'll just read that again so we can, if they need to cut that out, if we find out later. Back in my second year of uni, I met Kim, 20 male at the time, 29 male now. We were in the same course and ended up in the same group for a group project near the beginning of the year. We had a similar sense of humor and clicked as friends quickly. One day he mentioned he loves to cook, and I told him we should cook together because I love to cook too. And that weekend we went to his place, brought some ingredients, and cooked together. That's cute. This then became us going shopping for ingredients after classes on Friday. I'd stayed at his place at night, and I'd stay at his place that night, and we would cook on the weekend, and this became our weekly routine. That's so cute.
I want that.
I love that. I would do that with my friends. Like, I had one friend who I'd just, like, always come over, and we would cook together.
That's
great.
cute. She doesn't have cooking friends here.
Yeah, I know. It's so tragic. Back then, I just told others that we were just friends, but with hindsight, that is definitely when I started to fall for him. I finally asked him out a few months later, and he said yes. It's cute. We lived in the same house with 2 other friends in our 3rd year, and I asked him to move in with me after we graduated. This is so cute.
Aw, love stories.
From the beginning, I told Kim that I would not care if he didn't work, but he insisted he wanted to contribute financially. But after a year, I had to make him stop due to the differences in our incomes. He was working himself half to death and was getting ill trying to contribute enough. I sat him down and told him that whatever money he made didn't matter, that if he wanted to work, I wanted him to be happy. He cut back his hours, then moved to part-time, then decided to quit and work on his own projects, but he insisted I let him take on some of the housework. That's knowing all that backstory and then having the sister like say gold digger, crazy.
Yeah, that's a good.
I would be
That's a
mad.
great conversation they had.
Yeah, like that's so sweet. Like, not one, he was like, you don't have to work, and then Kim was like, no, like I want to work, like I don't want to, be the gold digger in this situation. And then when Opie noticed that he was like just pushing himself way too hard, they talked about it.
They had a conversation.
It seems like a really healthy.
I like that OP was like, I don't deserve anything. They were like, hey, I love you. I want to take care of you. This is what I want to do. And then their partner was like, hey, you're doing a lot for me. I'm going to pitch in. I'm going to help here and there. That's amazing.
I like that.
That's
even after they both agreed to like Kim not working like job wise, Kim was still like, I'm going to take on the housework.
Yeah.
Like he's still contributing a lot. Which is, I love that. Now on to the issue. My sister, 32 female, she and her partner, 31 male, both work, and he also makes significantly less than her. And in private to me, she's made it known that she resents being the breadwinner. She sees all her male colleagues spoil and treat their wives and wishes her partner would do the same. He does, but just not to the same level due to the fact he makes basically half as much as they do. I don't like this. She seems very like antiquated, like gender roles.
Maybe a little jealous.
Yeah.
Maybe a little jealous.
Yeah.
I have some conspiracies.
It does seem like she's jealous that like that OP gets to treat like his partner, whereas she doesn't feel like she's being treated.
Yeah.
But I mean, it still seems like her partner's like taking, doing what he can, and I don't know. I think it's not about how the cost or like how much you're spending on a person. It's like the time and effort that you're putting into it. Recently, I was talking to her about what I'm going to get Kim for his birthday next month. She kept telling me my ideas were too much and that I should get something cheaper since he doesn't contribute.
Yo,
She's
hold
jealous.
up.
She's jealous.
Wait a minute.
I can't believe that.
Whose relationship is this?
Yeah.
Okay, exactly.
Mind your business.
Get your nose out of there.
Get out of there. I got a bit annoyed because I've told her about Kim's insecurities of not making or being enough. I told her that he contributes more than enough. She then called him a glorified gold digger. And I yelled at her, telling her to shut up and to not talk about Kim that way. After coming down, I do feel bad. No, she sucks. I know how she feels about her own financial position, but I don't think it's fair that she takes it out on me or Kim, even if Kim wasn't physically there. So am I the a-hole? No.
Absolutely not.
Like, Kim is not at all a gold digger.
Yeah, and that's like
not at all.
That's a sore spot for Kim. Yeah. And you're out here like, oh, he's not glorified.
He's a gold
digger.
Yeah. What about you? Yeah, mind your own business. You're just jealous that you're not being treated. And that's a conversation that you need to have with your partner.
Yes. You know what you should do? Yeah. Here's what you should do. See what your brother and his partner's doing. Make that your blueprints. And then do that for your marriage.
Maybe you should. That? Yeah, maybe you should make dinners on Friday night.
Yeah. Love one another.
Think about that? Yeah.
Be happy.
Yeah.
Gosh. Yeah. Do not feel bad for yelling at her.
I would yell at her. I will yell. I am yelling at her.
We're yelling at her.
Yeah, you.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
That's so bonkers.
Wow.
Bonkers. BONKERS.
I could
That's what I have to say about that.
I could be OP. In another life, I am OP. Fun fact.
You are OP?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you.
Because
I thought because I spelled bonkers out that you were spelling bop. I could be OP. I could bopper. Bop it.
Yeah, the sawmill. So, fun fact about me, my backstory.
Yes.
I also have a YouTube video about the sawmill. Look up Watts, Bumgarner, and Brown Incorporated, and then you'll see a small sawmill video. But at 16, I started working the sawmill full time, and if I would have kept at it, my grandpa's like 65 now. My great grandpa, he still works there, is 90.
Yeah.
I could probably like inherit the sawmill, but I'm here in California instead. But
so you'll never take your birthright.
Yeah, I don't know what the sister does, but there may be like, because if OP's male, like firstborn male, getting like owner of like their dad's company, there might be that going on, and then the partner thing going on. I just feel like the sister's jealous all
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, but also if she's well off as well,
Then what's the problem?
then what's the problem? Like treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. Like I understand, it might be frustrating if, your partner's not contributing the way that you want them to, but that's a conversation that you have with them.
Yeah, and life's more about money.
Yeah.
More than just money. It's about
Yeah.
love and
Yeah.
other life things.
Like it becomes a problem, I think, when like in the first story, when the partner is asking for things all the time, and,
Yeah.
blatantly not doing anything. Like that's the problem. But from what little we know about the sisters' relationship, it doesn't seem like that's the case. I don't know. It just seems like OP Sisters has like very, like strict ideas about what a woman's role, and she's like, they should be making more than me so they can treat me.
It's a different century now.
Yeah.
Women can work.
Yeah, and you're making money. Own
You're
it.
making
Own
money.
it, girl.
You know what else you should own?
This next story.
We're killing these segues.
Do I say okay, B?
No.
Okay. Am I the a-hole for telling my son that his girlfriend is taking advantage of him?
Ooh.
Interesting. I don't know. I don't think. What do you think?
Yeah. I think
could
I think
be.
you should make them aware
Yeah.
in a very like safe way. But
I
if you're like,
Yeah, I think it goes both
if
ways.
it's Christmas time and you get her in her, this is my a-hole scenario.
Yeah.
Christmas time.
Christmas time.
Son
Christmas
gets
time.
girlfriend a really nice gift,
Yeah.
and then mom's like, "You shouldn't have got that for her.
Yeah.
She's taking advantage of you."
Yeah, that.
You're an a-hole.
You're an a-hole. But if
Any other scenario
yeah.
in a loving way?
No, yeah. I think it. We have to see.
We have to see more
We
context.
gotta see. And that context comes from son's pregnant girlfriend.
Oh,
says,
there's
GF.
some context.
Son's pregnant GF.
Son's pregnant.
That's a lot of context.
That is a.
That's a lot of. That's what all of your usernames should be.
Yo,
Just
these
like
usernames lately
the
though.
spoilers. What?
These usernames lately.
Yeah.
Kim's
Kim's
sister or
Kim's-
gold digger sister,
Kim's goals. Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Like informative usernames. I don't want to see throw RA, which
Come
people in
on.
the comments I think told me what it meant, and I forgot actually.
doesn't read your
Throwaway
comments.
relationship advice. That's what it was. Yeah. So
Oh.
thank you, everyone in the comments who told me what that meant. All right, let's get into it. My son Lucas, 19, has been dating Maya, 19, for just a year.
Aw.
For a year. Just for some background, I'm a single mom, and Lucas's dad is extremely wealthy. Just a minor example of this is that his dad owns the entire block that Lucas lives on. That is wealthy.
Oh, whoa.
Lucas has a job at his dad's company making close to $200,000 per year while only working 20,000. Oh, sorry. While working 20 hours per week.
What?
He's 19 years old and he makes $200,000 per year.
What do you do with what? How do you
Working
what?
20 hours a week. That's a nepo baby. That's a nepo baby. I don't think the guy in the last thing was as. I mean, he was a nepo baby, but
He worked harder.
hard. I don't trust Lucas.
19 working 20 hours a week. Oh my gosh.
Come on. How much do you have to wait? So wait, you can cut this out if it's not interesting. But 200,000. Wait,
Divided by
20.
no.
Every
200,000.
hour? Yeah.
No. 2,000
What?
divided by
Oh, that's
12.
year. Sorry, that's year. So
200
200,000 divided by
12
12
divided by 4
divided by 4
divided by 20.
divided by 20. You're right. $208 per hour, which is a lot.
Holy cow.
For being $19 years old.
That's like 10 times any other 19-year-old could ever dream.
At 19, I was getting paid $15 per hour
In California.
in California. Yeah, well, paying a lot in rent.
I was getting paid 19.
That's pretty good.
Like, what was I getting paid in 19? Oh, like 12, 14, 12 in Tennessee.
Wow. Well, anyway, let's keep going. Maya is not from a well-off family. She's been on her own since she was 16.
Oh.
I just got for some reason I thought that the single mom was Maya's, but the single mom is Lucas's, the rich kid mom.
Oh.
And I guess they're split from
Oh, I
yeah,
see.
okay.
That
Yeah,
helps
yeah,
a lot.
So Maya is not from a well-off family. She's been on her own since she was 16 and had just enough to be okay before she met my son. She refused most of my son's help, but she let him do little things like help pay for car repairs and better groceries. Then she got pregnant. Apparently, the first couple months were very rough, so she had to quit her job. Then her car wasn't safe enough for a baby. She had to move in with him. She was living in her car? That's what it sounds like.
Oh.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Oh.
Due to complications, she lost the baby at 6 months. She was in and out of the hospital for the first month, but it's been over 7 months now, and she still lives with him, doesn't work, and barely contributes with household chores.
Okay, now she sounds depressed.
She's depressed.
She's
She lost her
depressed.
baby.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, I think it's very suspicious that OP is making it sound like the Maya's baby is not Lucas's baby.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that this
I need more
baby
theirs
was
than her.
Yeah, it's like her. I'm like, that's I'm thinking that this is also Lucas's baby, and he should be contributing.
I will
to
let
that.
it slide if we're gonna have a DNA story in here.
Yeah,
I'll let it slide.
I'll let it slide if it's like, oh, this is
Turns out it's not Lucas's
not Lucas's
baby.
baby, and he's like contributing all this stuff. But if it was Lucas's baby,
Get out of here.
come on.
Come
I tried to tell Lucas during and after the pregnancy that Maya was milking it. I got pregnant with him when I was Maya's age, and I made it just fine on my own. I still worked, went to school, took care of my apartment, and later raised a kid all on my own. I think Maya saw an opportunity to get out of her old living situation and took it. He's always refused to believe me, and the last time I tried to talk some sense into him, he told me if I can't respect Maya, he won't be in contact with me. It's been 2 weeks, and I'm wondering if I should have kept my mouth shut.
Yikes.
You should. You should have.
Oh.
Okay.
This is tough because she went through a very similar thing as Maya, but they're two different people going through a similar situation.
Okay, yeah. First of all, I don't like. I feel like she's leaving a lot of information out. Like, one, we don't know whether or not this is Maya and Lucas's. This was supposed to be Maya and Lucas's baby.
I'm assuming it is.
We don't know if this really, Lucas's rich father was giving child support, because that would have helped. Also, we don't know, like, OP's background before getting pregnant. Like, did they have any money to begin with? Because it seems like Maya was living in a car.
Yeah.
So it's like, you need to, like, Maya is obviously depressed after this and needs, like, losing a child is a lot. And to say that
Yeah.
she's milking it is wild.
That is wild.
There are some relevant comments, though. New Zach says, Maya has done nothing to indicate that she is just after your son's money and would probably be good for your son, as your son seems to have everything handed to him. Yeah.
Yikes.
You're just projecting your own insecurities on a totally innocent person. You're the a-hole, maybe the devil. Whoa.
Ooh.
OP, it's been 7 months. There's no reason for her to not be working or helping around the house. I don't know.
I don't know.
I've obviously never had a miscarriage, but that is like a really tough thing to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah, like on your body and also just on your mind.
Yeah, and like
So I think it's OP's not being very.
at the beginning, Maya didn't she let
Yeah, she was like
car
no,
repairs
no,
and
no, no.
groceries.
Yeah, literally, that's crazy.
And bro's making $200K at 19. Come on.
200K, and he can't spare a little bit of stuff for his girlfriend.
For his girlfriend, he seems to. I really want to know more about their relationship. Like, is it loving or is it more of a transactional
It
relationship?
seems like it's. I don't know. We don't know because OP. This is only what OP's telling us.
I need more context.
Yeah. There is an update.
Okay.
Just for you.
Aw.
A lot has changed in the past 3 months. First, Maya and Lucas moved. I've seen pictures of their house on social media. It's gorgeous.
Oh, no.
No.
From social media?
Social media, you haven't talked to them in 3 months? Shortly after they moved, I saw that they are now engaged. I have not been invited to the wedding. I know some of my family members have been invited, but they're not allowed to tell me where or when the wedding is. Between family and social media, I can tell that they're doing very well. My son is finishing his final semester in college. He did dual enrollment starting from sophomore year and graduated high school a semester early.
Let's go. We love to see it.
Maya just started a small business and they got 2 dogs and some chickens.
Aww.
Maya and Lucas posted a pregnancy announcement today. Maya is 14 weeks pregnant. I called Lucas and left a message congratulating him and asking to meet up. I sent Maya a similar message. As of now, it looks like I will not be involved in my grandchild's life.
Yikes.
That's really awful, but like you
Should have saw it coming.
you just can't make those comments. Like, especially after you know, from what it seems like Maya had a child with your son. Like that at that point, you know, you gotta take it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
so
you
tough,
gotta-
and that's
yeah,
so tough from
keep
the
your
mom's
thoughts, yeah.
side because like she
It's really tough. Like, that's
grew up
very
as a
sad.
single mother,
That's
and
really
then now
yeah.
no contact, can't even see her grandchild.
Yeah, no.
Dang.
Like I feel really bad for OP.
Yeah,
Like as a mother and also as a grandmother, but also like unfortunately you just can't make those comments.
yeah, you can.
But I do hope that, you know, she can make it up to them. Like I hope that she's able to be back in their life, but I think she needs to like reevaluate how she's talking to them. Yeah. Because this is sad.
This is
And
very sad. She
I-
seems
yeah.
to be like, oh, like they're doing well. She's not like,
Yeah.
Oh my God, she took his money
Yeah.
and made a business.
It seems like she like looked, you know, she
saw the flaw. in
saw the
herself.
flaw in herself and how she reacted, and now she's like, okay, well they're actually doing very well, and this was just, you know, I saw Maya in a very dark moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that she's grown, because she definitely did make a mistake.
Yeah. This happened in November 24th of 2023.
Yeah.
Give it. I want an update 3 months from now.
I really hope that, you know, I really hope that they're able to, you know,
Mend.
she's able to get back in her life, and yeah.
You know what you can give back to us though.
The stick story.
We're killing it on these transitions. She took my money.
Okay. Am I the a-hole for being upset about my debt? Am I the a-hole for being upset about debt my girlfriend took on to help her family? This is OKOP, home to the craziest true stories on earth. I'm Sophia and Riley. Thoughts?
Hey, you got to help your family
You
out
gotta-
here and
yeah,
there, you know?
yeah.
So you don't need to be mad.
Yeah.
If it's $200K, let them help her. If it's $1 million, let her help her. You can pay it off later. That's on
Yeah.
you now.
I think I do think it depends on how much.
Well,
And
hey,
if they're constantly asking for money.
this is the best way to thank the parents that created your loved one is taking debt up for them.
I don't know if that's true.
This is the best way to do it.
Oh, I don't know if I
Let me
can.
pay for your things.
But to take on debt? I think it depends on what kind of situation the family's in.
Okay.
And if they've done this multiple, like if they keep doing this,
Ooh.
because
Easy.
then it's kind of abusive.
Let's hop into this.
Let's have it.
I'm ready.
Purple ad 823 says, my 33 male girlfriend, my 33 male girlfriend, 33 female, and I have been together for 1 year, and we've recently started talking about our financial situations in preparation for marriage in the future.
Whoa, 1 year.
1
But
year.
they're in their 30s.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, but yeah, they're easy.
The
It's
time
different.
clocks. No, I'm not gonna say that. That's
What
not
did
a
she
good
say?
joke.
Oh yeah, no. You could
Take
you
that
can
out.
get married. Yeah. I won't
Editors,
respond
I
to
will
this.
find you.
I found out that my girlfriend has a $600K mortgage under her name for the family home where her and her family currently live. I bet that's
600K.
a big mortgage. That's a big mortgage. But you know, I mean, like in LA, that's like a usual. That's
Let's
less.
just
That's under
pretend we're
usual.
not in LA.
Yeah. Okay. I'm like LA. That's
Let's say we're somewhere
typical
else.
mortgage. She co-owns the home with her brother and their family, has lived there for the past 8 years. The payments for the mortgage and all other bills are paid by everyone living there. So my girlfriend only contributes about a quarter of her income to paying the loan.
A quarter?
Yeah. That's it depends
A
on
home that she's not living in?
I thought she was living in. It said
Oh, she is living in it?
yeah, where
Okay,
her
okay,
and her
okay.
family currently live.
Okay.
There is 22 years left on the mortgage, and she let me know that the plan is that they would not be selling the home once we got married, and she would move out of it, while the mortgage and bills would then be paid by her family, who will continue living there. Her parents are both older, and her mother has a disability, so she let me know that her brother and her bought the house to help their parents have a secure place to live, and this house is important to keep for her family's well-being. My girlfriend had no other debts aside from this mortgage, and she earns a 6-figure salary, more than I do. She has mentioned that she is willing to work a second part-time job to help us buy our own home in the future if needed.
Ooh.
And she also has an emergency savings, investment, and other savings to help with a future down payment. She plans to continue getting salary increases and is very hardworking and ambitious, but I'm worried about the mortgage in her name. This is making me reconsider the relationship. Am I the a-hole for being upset about this?
I mean, I feel like you need to have a conversation. She's willing to take up a second job and is getting promotions from her current job that pay 6 figures?
Yeah. I'd also, to my understanding, it seems like she won't be paying after she moves out. Is that what it sounds like to you?
Yeah, that sounds like the brother's going to take up
The brother and like the people living there are going to take it on, but it's just going to be under her name, which I guess makes it difficult to, if you want to take out a loan on a house.
Yeah.
But that's her like, I think I understand this more because that's her family. She wants to set, like, her and her brother want to set up something good for, their parents. I think kind of the a-hole.
Okay.
But I do understand, I don't know. Like, I kind of understand going into, like, a relationship that's, like, around a year and being nervous to enter a relationship with someone with, like, a bunch of debt.
Yeah.
But I think that is a conversation that you have to have together.
Yeah, you're going to have a conversation.
I don't think it's like end the relationship. I think that would be kind of a-hole-y. Especially because she's not going to be paying.
But he's looking at it and he's like, hey, she's going to be working this whole relationship to pay off a debt that she's not responsible for anymore.
Yeah.
That is tough.
Yeah. No, like, I kind of understand both sides.
And then also, I don't know if, like, they're in their 30s. I don't know if they're planning on having kids soon.
Yeah,
or what that looks like.
Yeah.
That's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
He's looking at it as like, it's gonna be a tough decade ahead of me.
Yeah. No, I think it definitely would make getting their own place very difficult if they want to buy a house.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think there's any. I'm gonna take it back. I don't think there's any assholes so far. No a-holes.
So far.
No
Sounds
a-holes.
like a conversation.
I think it's a conversation. I think it is a difficult. I think it would be a difficult thing to bring into into the relationship.
Yeah.
Okay, there are relevant comments though.
Okay.
Maddie's my dog says, "Look, if you love her and she loves you, forget about money. It comes and goes. You both can make more to cover bills. If she makes you happy, forget about money. She's trying to help her parents. Her intentions are good. She's a keeper." That's true. Yeah. OP replied, "I know, but I also wanted an expensive house, and I don't think I can get that with her, so why shouldn't I get my $1 million home?" Ooh! That was kind of an a-hole thing to say. Ooh,
Whoa.
I wanted an expensive home, and I what?
Whoa, where did that come from?
It doesn't really sound like you actually love this person.
Yeah, unless you live in California, then $1 million home is like any home.
Yeah, that's true. $1 million home. is
But
just
we're assuming you're not in California.
yeah, assuming you're not in California,
You're the a-hole.
You're the a-hole.
If you are in California,
Then
you're on the
nice.
Yeah.
You're on the nice because she's trying to help her family, and you're like, well, I want my $1 million home.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. That's so weird. That's such a weird thing to say. OP on his girlfriend and her family. "Thank you for your help. My girlfriend is very close with her family and has had a very loving experience with them growing up. So she is of the opposite mind when it comes to these things. I think it's something she highly values. Appreciate your perspective."
Her mom is like disabled too.
Yeah, exactly.
And like her dad seems probably old.
Like her mother's dealing with a disability and like she's trying to help them. And I think he needs to, like, OP needs to give his girlfriend a little bit more grace. There's 2 last comments from OP in response to that $1 million comment. "No, I'm not a sociopath. I just always wanted $1 million home, so why should I sacrifice that? If I leave, I might find another woman who doesn't have debt that I can achieve my dream with." Honestly, Wait, I'm going to read this next part before I say something. I'm not looking for an excuse. I want to buy an expensive house, so why should I not get the $1 million home I've always wanted? If I were to leave, maybe I would find another woman who doesn't have this. Oh, it's the same thing. Wait. Who doesn't have this debt and can help me buy the type of property I've always wanted. You don't like this girl.
Yeah.
You want a partner to help you buy a house. That's
Buddy.
it sounds like you don't actually care who the girl is,
Yeah.
as long as you have someone who can afford to buy a house. That's such a wild thing to say.
This is a very wild thing to say. And like, who says you can't do it later? I guess he wants to live in.
He's like, I want it now.
Yikes. You
Yeah.
should have probably pursued another career if you really wanted that.
Yeah. I think you should break up with her because it doesn't seem like you really like her.
She should break up with you.
Yes, actually, sorry. Yeah, yeah.
Send this Reddit post to her,
Yeah.
and she's gonna break up with you.
Yeah, no. I meant that in that way.
Yeah.
'Cause, this is such an a-hole. I take it back. You're the a-hole.
I don't like this.
You're the a-hole. I took back my no a-hole comments. There is an a-hole now.
Yeah.
Is there more? Is this an update?
Yo, this is from the girlfriend.
Oh my god. Drama. Okay. This is posted by ThrowRA1440, who says, my boyfriend posted about wanting to dump me for taking on a mortgage to help my family. His original post can be found here. As you can tell, I found his post and I have broken things off with him. Good.
She found it.
Good.
She found it.
Yes. I am so grateful for all your comments and for everyone who provided their thoughts. Reading the post was one of the hardest things I've ever had to go through, and this situation has caused me a lot of anxiety and worry, but I'm glad I found it. I worry that I may not ever find a partner willing to stick it out with me because of my situation,
Aww.
but I know I have to keep going. I'll keep working hard and hoping that I'll find someone who won't ask me to compromise my values to make him happy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Opie did not deserve her.
Yeah.
I understand being hesitant to enter a relationship with someone who has a lot of debt, but this guy just wanted someone who could pay for a house.
Give me my house.
Give me my $1 million house. Such a whiner,
I don't
honestly.
like that. I'm so glad you found this.
Yeah. No,
That's insane.
she's trying to help her parents out, and he is just whining about this. No.
Hard
not
worker.
Even, not even talking to her. Just coming to Reddit and, blabbing about this.
His $1 million home. Golly. Dude. She's a hard worker, family oriented.
And she's, like you said before, she offered to pick up a second job. Someone will appreciate you for you and not for the money that you can bring in.
Yeah. I hate that for you.
Yeah, no.
Glad you found out.
Yeah. But that's all
That's
the
it.
stories that we have for today.
Yeah, I hope you liked
All
it.
the gold diggers
All the gold diggers.
in the world.
Yeah. If you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you
And
and
see
see
you
you
tomorrow.
tomorrow. Huzzah. All right.
Nice.
The boys got to get ready.
Yep. This one was tough because there was some pop still in the
Oh, in the
stream.
audio?
Yeah.